What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Project X Talk. My name is Kevin, aka The Muffin Mon, and today I'm bringing you a review of Mokoko X. This is a game developed and published by Naisu, which is a developer and publisher I am not familiar with. They seem to be a pretty small outlet, but they did reach out, offered us the chance to play their new game, Mokoko X, which is coming out for Switch and Steam on April 7th, my birthday, and for Xbox consoles on April 22nd. You can pre-order the Xbox version now as the time of this recording. So head on over if you like what you see in this video. If you like what we do here at Project X Talk, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And if you like it a lot, head on over to patreon.com/Project X Talk. But let's talk about Mokoko X. I've put quite a bit of time into this little game, and I gotta say, it surprised me, to be honest. So, the game is pretty simple. It's an arcade game at its core. There is a story, but it's mostly told through text dialogue, and it's nothing really intriguing, in my opinion. I never found myself captivated by the story. Majority of the time, I would actually skip past it just to get to the levels because the gameplay is actually pretty fun here. And this is what I think is the redeeming quality for this title. The game is super arcadey, unabashedly so. You basically control this little spaceship and you cut off pieces of the map. And you are basically in a territory war with a boss and enemies. So the idea of the game is you control your little spaceship. You hold down the A button if you're using a gamepad, space bar if you're using the mouse and keyboard. But you can move along your little red line and cut out sections of the environment. And this will lead to you getting power ups and bonuses if you cut out those question mark blocks that you can see on the screen, and depending on how much of the environment you've actually taken away from the enemy. This game is fun. It's actually super addicting. It's very arcadey to a great deal. It'd be perfect. It might be a phone game already, but if not, I think this would do super well on mobile, and it is coming to Switch. So honestly, I think for Switch players, this game would be super good in handheld because it does let you just have that little like pick up and play for a little bit, do a few levels. The way it's structured is there's 8 girls that you are trying to rescue throughout the course of the game in the story mode, each with their own little backstory and why they're being kidnapped by these ethereal beings. One of them is like a space pirate. It's really silly. Nothing I really concerned myself with. I was more focused on getting into the game because it's challenging. Even on easy difficulty, I found myself dying and having to restart levels because there's a strategy involved. So if you're drawing the red line and the enemy runs into your red line, you actually get this little pulse sent through your red line. And if it hits your spaceship, you die. If you run into an enemy, you die. It's very strategic in the way, like, okay, where do I move? How do I get to where I want to get to without being hit by an enemy, without hitting into a dead end? It's it's frustrating at a certain point because a lot of the enemies I feel have very frustrating moves. Like they can extend their arms or shoot an anchor at you, and you don't really know that until you're actually in the level and you're like, oh, I've died a few times. So it'll take you a few times. You will fail, but it's never like a super frustrating experience. I always am like, okay, I got it now. Like I'm frustrated. I died a silliness right there one time, but it's not gonna happen again. I'm gonna get back up, I'm gonna reload the level, and I'm gonna get at it. Because something about it just kept me playing more and more. It really isn't anything, graphic showcase not there. It runs in 1080p is what I was playing at. It's nothing like, oh my god, pushing the levels of a AAA game. This is an indie game through and through, and an indie arcade game at that. So if you're looking for something that just pick up and play, have a good time with, I would recommend this title. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think it's overly complicated. Most players can pick it up. And if you finish all the levels, there are 3 levels for each girl and then a boss battle for each girl. You get a nice little artwork picture of them. So if you're into that kind of Japanese art style reward, then go for it. That's my review of Mokoko X. A little short and sweet review. I think it's a really fun title. I'm going to play some more of it, have fun, just beating the levels. Something about this just keeps me coming back to it. I expected the game to be a lot worse, and that's a compliment because when you get these indie titles, you're never really sure what you get. But this one, I can say, is a lot of fun. So let me know if you guys pick it up. It's probably not that expensive. It is a fun little indie game. And let me know your thoughts down below. Like, share, subscribe for the video. We'll see you next time for more content here at Project X Talk. I've been Kevin. I'll see you. Goodbye.